and setup of the scheme is that we've got a project coordinator, Emma Birch, and then we've also got a full-time trainer, Lisa Lewis, and then we've got 4 part-time travel trainers who are based in schools.
The main aims of the training are just to encourage and sort of promote independent travel for these young people. We work with children with learning difficulties, with emotional and behavioural difficulties. We work with children who are profoundly or severely deaf, children who have speech and language difficulties and autism. It tends to be that they get taxied all the way through school, and this ends up as a barrier for them. When they reach 18, they then discover they can't go to work, they can't go to college because they can't travel anywhere because they become dependent on the taxis. So we're just trying to gradually introduce that independence earlier on.
The project came about as the council received funding from the Welsh Local Government Association via a school transport initiative that was provided by the Welsh Government. £3 million in total was offered by the Welsh Government, and Cardiff received £250,000 for this school transport initiative.
The programme is delivered on a one-to-one basis. There are 4 stages. The first stage is the classroom stage, so we'll sit with the child in the class, we'll set some individual goals, prepare for a journey.
Who here has caught the bus to town? Put your hand up if you've caught the bus to town. Everybody here, okay.
We look at reading timetables and maps, identifying home addresses on the map and possible places they'd like to go.
GM.
Okay.
GM. There it is.
We look at planning ahead and preparing for a journey. We also look at road safety, so getting to the bus stop safely, and personal safety.
Is this a good place to cross? Yeah. What if this person is moving the car? No. She's trying to park, she's not really looking, crash, uh-oh. The second stage then would be accompanied, so we'd accompany the child from their house in the morning on the bus to school and drop them off at school. Good morning, you okay?
Yeah.
Good. Got your bus pass?
Yeah.
And then the shadowed stage, so we accompany them again, but we'd step back and let them make some of the decisions. Show us the way to the bus stop. The final stage is meet and greet. So what I do is I telephone the child in the morning or their parents, check they're happy to do their journey on their own, and then I'd meet them at school and telephone the parent to let them know they got there safely. Okay, do you want to press the bell now? Brilliant.
The aims of the project are to develop a resource base for other councils to use, so it will save them time and cost when setting up a similar scheme to this if the scheme is successful. But the main aim is to provide a more sustainable mode of transport for these pupils and to give them some life skills as well for later on in life.
What's the 17 like? Is it a bendy bus or a normal bus?
A bendy bus.
A bendy bus, well done.
Yeah, it's right
Is
there.
it coming?
Our pupils have a great deal of difficulties, very, very many difficulties in their lives.
He still can't read properly or tell the time properly, and I was worried that he might get the numbers wrong and be in the middle of nowhere. But since he's been trained to do it, he can catch the buses himself now.
I'm a great believer in extending their life skills, giving them independence, and I always say to parents, you won't be here forever to protect them.
I was a bit apprehensive about Daniel actually because it's quite a bit of a journey, but I got reassured when Emma came out and Lisa came out and sort of said, this is the way that we're looking at doing it, this is the way it's going to be.
It's not just that they are getting to school on their own, there's the whole independent life skills that's very important for them, so that they can use those skills in other areas of their life. It makes them feel more grown up, more independent, which is good for their self-esteem, has knock-on effects as well for their confidence.
One of the key benefits I've been very surprised to find out was that the children don't actually like being transported in the taxis and minibuses that we're providing for them. The taxis and minibuses make them stand out from the children in their local areas, and this scheme is making them integrate much more and blend in with their peers, and so they don't feel different.
It is widening their whole horizon and making them feel much more confident. Even the fact of having a bus pass in their hands, they feel so grown up, so normal, so mainstream.
When we were first in, going back.
I think because as well they have to get a bus on their own, they have to speak to people sometimes without anybody helping them, so that will help them also in other areas.
But it also makes the parents realise that they are able to do these things.
I've seen a tremendous difference in the confidence, not only in the person who's going into school independently, but also the effect it has on the children on the bus. It's superb.
The other pupils aren't just keen, they are clamouring to get involved. There's a waiting list.
I wish it had been done when my other son was here, because my other son hasn't got the skills that now Daniel has learned through the scheme.
Right, so you've left your house and go and get on the bus.
The younger that we can actually start training these pupils, the more savings we can make. At present we're training older pupils, and so they tend to go off to college fairly quickly after we train them, whereas if we can get them when they're transferring from primary school to secondary school, we can then start reducing the actual long-term numbers that we're transporting and make significant savings for the council. This scheme isn't actually taking away any of the transport entitlements for these children, it's actually increasing the transport options available to them.
It's a small step to us, massive step to them. And I've been in this school for 29 years and I have wanted this to happen for every one of those 29 years.
I feel a bit scared at first, but I actually got used to it at the end and it's really good. Now I can go to town on my own on the bus.
I can use my bus pass for after school clubs now.
I'm using my bus pass to go to work experience.
With a scheme like this, safety is obviously paramount, so we always risk assess the route before we even start the training. We never sign a pupil off until we're sure that they're happy to do the journey. We provide them with safety accessories, so we give them a personal alarm where appropriate, we give them reflective armbands for when they're maybe walking at night, we give them an emergency care card which has all their contact numbers on. So the bus driver knows that if there's a student carrying this emergency care card, they may need some extra assistance during the journey.
Part of the training that the drivers undertake will be to make them aware that there are special needs customers out there and obviously to give them extra care and attention.
The changes I've seen in Adam since he's been using the buses are he's more confident, he's more outgoing. He likes to go out now. Before he didn't want to go out, and now he likes to go out. He goes to the shops.
I can go to sports direct on my own with my bus pass.
I didn't think he would ever go to college. He's got the skills now to do that, and skills to, be more of an adult later on as well when he leaves college.
At present, the funding for the scheme is due to expire now at the end of July this year, 2011. So therefore, we're putting together a business case to actually continue the project long term.
I think this is probably one of the greatest uses of finances that could ever have been put into education, but especially into the special education system.
It makes me feel so proud to be involved in a project that touches the aspects of lives of so many.
Everything that I'm doing for travel training makes me feel happy travelling on my own.
It's very, very important for our students to become independent.
We will look after them. We want to see it continue.
The pupils you least expect to succeed in this are succeeding big time.
I would definitely recommend the scheme to other parents.
The scheme is magnificent.
And do it as soon as possible.
It makes me really happy.
It's a very positive scheme.
Really happy.
The more people that can do it, the better.
Feels good.
They really thought it out and it really works. It's really a good scheme.
It should be spread right across the whole of the United Kingdom and the whole of Europe because it is really an outstanding initiative.